Oh, okay. All right, going to start this live. This is James Speed coming back forward. Excuse me, with another live. So this is going to be the end of sleep and the beginning of wokeness. The end of sleep and beginning of wokeness. So a lot of things going on. A lot of things happening. So I tried to tell people that 2024, which is number 8, infinity, build and destroy, birth, death, etc., cycles, right? The infinite cycles, but also the beginning of the end of the beginning. So at the same time, where you got people who want people to be asleep by saying that they're tired of the wokeness, they're tired of woke agenda, by making woke out to be something bad. With that, you have people who are awakening, who are truly woken and continue to wake people up, wake other people up at the same time, right? So when we have this awakening going on, you also have the slumber. Ones want to stay true to the old paradigm. Instead of things shifting, they want to hold the old narrative that they in control or what they want things to be. Basically their peace and their safety was at the cost of everybody else starving, at the expense of everybody else being unsure of themselves, everybody being dumb, dumb, deaf, and blind. Okay, to the reality of being awoken to the realization of the realness. Okay, because if people are asleep, then the other side, the enemy, can rule. Right? If you're asleep. So if I know I'm not as powerful as you, I want you to be asleep so I can keep ruling over you. Right? So with that being said, how it applies to God's chosen units. North America, here in North America, the two-spirited individuals. That one's called trans, one's called queer, whatever, right? In today's world, are a part of the Great Awakening, okay? Because like I said, the Aquarius deals with gender. So this is why they pass all these bills. So we got to get rid of the gender identity, get rid of, and people. So what this gender identity? How does that really hurt anybody? Oh, it's hurting the children, it hurts the person, and it hurts the, and it does this. I said, well, cars hurt people. Cars kill a lot of people, but people still look at you crazy if you don't have a car, right? You know, and trans people are only what, like I said, they say one less than 2% of the population, but somehow you got to pass all these laws here in Florida because less than 2% of people. But yet there's like 30,000 deaths each year, around close to that, maybe 20 to 30,000 car deaths high each year in this country, right? From car deaths. But because a small percentage of people are hurting themselves, oh, they're hurting too. It's like, oh, okay, so we're going to try to ban things that make it where they can't even exist. Like, we're okay with that, even though so many people die from cars, and even people die from guns, knives, which I am for the Second Amendment. So people, they hear you say so, oh, he's anti-gunner. No, I'm definitely not. But there's so many things, and they are, I guess, yeah, talk about banning that, but it's not the people who took wokeness, being woke, as wokeness, right? Or woke as a bad thing, or woke meaning that you identify with LGBT and you identify with getting rid of all white people or something like that. Anyway, woke just means that all woke means is that you are privy to a lot of knowledge that the average person don't have or not able to access. So a doctor is woke, a lawyer could be woke on a certain level, even a police officer is woke, etc., etc., judges, whatever, right? Okay, you just have a lot of knowledge that the average person is not able or hasn't been able to tap into or not able to understand or comprehend, basically, and you're able to break it down to them. So they tell you, hey, look alive. Hey, get up out of bed, right? So, don't be lazy. Get up and go to work. I thought you said you're trying to kill wokeness here in Florida and other states. So if you kill wokeness, how can people get up and go to work? So no, they want you to get up in the dream. They want you to be asleep, to wake up in the dream that you really out here doing something when you're really in a dream state, a dream within a dream, right? But when you wake up, that's when they don't like. That's what they want you. All these years you were telling black people, hey, get up, do this, feel by your own bootstrap. Everybody get up, or nobody gonna feel sorry for you. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. So what's wrong with being woke? Aren't you up? Aren't you able to? But no, it's when you was doing things to benefit them and what they want the metaverse to be, what they want reality to be for them in their kingdom, they're all for it. But the moment that you wake up outside of that and say, hey, it's like Neo in the Matrix. Neo was asleep. He was woke in the dream. And some say that was a simulation within the simulation to the real world. But at least he was woke to a higher extent to know that, hey, I am in a simulation. Or I was in a simulation, wherever. Things are not like how I thought it was. And there's levels to wokeness too. There's levels to consciousness. There's levels. So he started gaining that. And the agents didn't like it. They didn't like it. Oh, we got to end this wokeness. Too many people waking up out of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? So they make it waking up out of the matrix. So we have to kill this. We're woke. What the governor here said, where wokeness comes to die. Like we're woke or wokeness come to die. Like, huh? So yeah, we don't want these Negroes waking up to the true and living God that's outside and the little G that's within them. Okay? So we don't want that happening. We got to kill that because the more they waking up, the more of us sleep. So what I'm gonna get into, I'm gonna cover at least about 4 things in this. So we're in a time to be alive. What they say? Whoa, what a time to be alive, or what a time to be woke, right? So we have I don't know if y'all heard about, but we have this AI, Google's AI picture or image generator named Gemini. So Gemini, that's the whole duality, or that's the whole, twin thing. Like I say, number 8, the 2 cycles of 2 circles. Okay, build and destroy. You got the, twins, Gemini, and what Gemini did, well, that's a whole other building itself. I could all day about Gemini. But anyway, so Gemini is also, I think, associated with Aquarius too, if I'm not mistaken. It could be, in a sense, not directly, but it's a way. I'll do some of the science somehow to break down. But anyway, so Gemini AI generator recently got busted or called out, and I think they had shut it down for being racist because it wouldn't show any white families or damn really any white people. Okay, so they say, hey, show the white family. Oh, we're not able to pull that up right now. We're not able to do that. I wish we could, but we can't. So yeah, so it wouldn't show. And the argument was you had somebody who said that they believe that there's another AI that's on our side, that we do have some good AI that's gonna work for the melanated man and woman, right? And they got their AI that's, I guess been in effect for a while, but they trying to keep the whole paradigm because it was concerns that they was going to use image, facial recognition for security, right? Those cameras, but they were saying that how it was programming to attack black people, all right, or to target black people, right? And how that could have a lot of so-called black people locked up behind the way they programmed, right? They programmed the AI to go after black people. But now, Google had, and this is Google, had AI that won't recognize, that won't pull up uh, white families. And so, yeah, so we got the two AIs, we got the two twins, Gemini, right? Jacob and Esau in the Bible. Gemini, like I said, I could be here all day with Gemini, the two twins, the two brothers, the two nations going to war, as above, so the devil, God, Jacob, Esau, God's descendants, the devil's descendants, So it's always going to, so no matter what they do against us, there's always going to be another part of that to combat that. Oh, they got this AI that's going to attack us. Well, we got AI that's going to help them when they attack, okay? When they attack back. So no matter what they do, God is in control. The Most High Yah is in control. So just like that being said with that, we have these anti-LGBT bills that they're doing, that ones who want to hold on to the old paradigm, to their old paradigm, not the ancient paradigm. The ancient paradigm, LGBT was everywhere, was recognized, celebrated. But their just recently paradigm, old paradigm, this recent old paradigm or world where, having more than one gender is, I can't understand it. That's insane. There's only two genders and woo. No. We have it right because we colonized. We have it right. That's or those. And even though the things you colonize, you gathered from the people that you colonize, just like chief, calling yourself a chief and all that, but whatever. Et cetera. You gather from the people that you. But you got it right. You got it right. There's only two. That's how the way it should be. So recently, like I said before, no matter these bills that here in most conservative states and Republican states have passed to target LGBT people, you also have the United Nations coming out against Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, who, along with DeSantis, and before I go into this, I want to say, United Nations, if y'all gonna go after anybody, Greg Abbott, he done passed some bills in Texas that is bad. It's not good for people, for LGBT people. But DeSantis here in Florida, hey, y'all need to do something, try to write him a letter or something. Man, that's what I'm gonna say, because he done went. You talk about somebody violating this. Y'all need to do something here in Florida. But anyway, I'm just saying, okay. But what I'm getting at, like I said, people like that, God is on your side. All right, like I said before, no matter what kind of bills they pass, that has to happen in order for wherever action, there's a reaction. Okay, so no matter what they do, there's something to combat that. So Texas Governor Greg Abbott has blunt response to learning that LGBTQ groups have written to the United Nations to complain about suffering from systematic discrimination in the Lone Star State. All right, so this just in, if y'all can see that. Okay, Newsweek. So this is actually just recent last month, but recently, February 26th. Okay, now he dismissing the international organization with a 6-word post on X, formerly Twitter. Abbott wrote, "The UN can go pound sand." His comment comes after Texas passed a string of laws that critics consider discriminatory against LGBTQ people. 7 new laws in particular have drawn the ire of some gay and transgender organizations and human rights groups, would join forces to write a letter to officials at the UN to raise an alarm about the deteriorating human rights situation for LGBTQIA plus persons in the state of Texas. United States of America due to hostile rhetoric and legislation from Texas state government. The letter was signed equally Equality Texas, ACLU of Texas, GLAD, the Human Rights Campaign, and the Human Rights Clinic at the University of Texas at Austin School of Law. The LGBTQ abbreviation used to refer to people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, or other. Some groups use the term LGBTQIA plus with the standing for intersex and A for sexual. The 7 Texas laws cited in the letter examples, and like I said, he had 7. I think here in Florida, DeSantis did about what, like 20, something like that, or 11, or it's something. It's a high number because I think he did like maybe 7 last year. I think he did uh, maybe about 11 more this year, something like that. So I mean, he becoming an ID and all that. All right, just what by ID you got if you okay. I did the video before live before I got to stay on this. Okay. Senate Bill 12, which prohibits sexual oriented performances of public property. We heard about that. First half, this attempt to target drag shows of children. Senate Bill 14, which bans gender affirming medical care for transgender children. They got a similar thing here in Florida and a few other conservative states, which restricts transgender athletes' participation in college sports. Bill 17, which bans public universities from having diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI programs. And that's a thing too. That's a part of it. Ending woke. They only want to teach. They don't want diversity, but they don't want the true story being told. Okay, which allows schools to and religious bill 763, which allows schools to use religious chaplains for counseling purposes. Bill 900, which allows schools to restrict access to sexually explicit or vulgar books. Bill 2127, which restricts local governments from enacting non-discrimination ordinances beyond what is already expressly authorized in the state law under various state codes. Taken individually, 7 pieces of legislation, the bills discussed in this submission will disrupt the lives of LGBTQIA plus people of various ages and backgrounds. The letter to UN said, put together, the bills are a systematic attack on the fundamental rights, dignities, and identities of LGBTQ plus persons that opens the gate to discrimination by both public and private actors. The signatories concluded by asking the UN to make inquiries into the backsliding of human rights in Texas and to work with federal government to prevent these abuses. The UN website explains that the organization encourages countries to work together to find peaceful solutions to problems and aims to promote peace, dignity, and equality on a healthy planet. But such lofty goals appear to mean little to Abbott. On Sunday, he took to X and shared the link to share story. Okay. Anyway, with that being said, I wanted to say that, like I said, that the Most High is doing something about it. Things will be going. You're not going to do this because this is thing, right? Governors like this, when they hear something that might happen to somebody that's young who is LGBTQ or happens somewhere, then they say, "Oh, I gotta write this bill. I gotta write that bill and stuff," right? So it's kind of like this retaliation. A lot of these bills are. So if they hear one little thing went wrong, or one little issue, or something happened with some ID, or whatever the case may be, right? Oh, let me do something about this. Oh, let me write this bill. Let me cover this and cover that, and it's not going to be directly per se, says drag queen, says trans. It's going to say children. It's going to say hormones. It's going to say sexually. It's going to say vulgar. It's not going to be like, okay, so What do you mean? Because, like I said, it wasn't an issue until somebody shared a video of it's like a drag show that wasn't even in America. It was somewhere else, and people was like, "Oh my goodness, they're taking the children, taking the children." It's like, okay, we're gonna ban this. So it's based off of homophobia. It's based off of transphobia. That they believe that, oh, this is the end. This is it. But it's what they want to do too, because they're looking for anything so they can have a reason to do what they really want to do. They're just using these incidents, these small incidents, or these incidents that don't even happen in this country, that just might have went viral, to justify them getting rid of the people that are the new leaders of the new school, and they're trans. LGBTQ plus identified people, primarily trans. So in order for us to stay in power, y'all can't have this kind of hair. Even though Greg Abbott had signed the bill, Greg Abbott, about the Crown Act, yet just recently, y'all probably saw the video, saw the news clip of a young black male could not go to school for having, dreads. And his locks is very, well put together. And a lot of racist people came on the video under that. Oh, well, his hair smells, his dreads smell, and this, that, and the other. They don't look that well kept. People looking like, well, what are you talking about? Well, schools have rules and stuff. So I think they're trying to take that case to the Supreme Court. But you had a school that I think one of their Supreme Court, Texas, I think Supreme Court, if I'm not mistaken, I might have it right, uh, allegedly ruled that the school had the right to discriminate, even though they had signed the Crown. I think Greg Abbott had signed the Crown Act that ones couldn't discriminate. I think that's mainly dealing with jobs. I don't know about schools, but I remember it was primarily, I think, with jobs. Could be for schools too, but they couldn't discriminate uh, based on hair that is natural for black people to wear. Okay, to have a style of hair. They can't, but this was able to in Texas. So you have ones who want to keep that old paradigm, right? Because whatever they can do to hold on to, oh, we're in power, we set the rules, we do this, that, that's out the window. All right. So the crown, the corona, they have an issue with us wearing our crowns, right? Our hair and our different styles that are more natural to us, fitting to us. But yet we have Asians, Koreans doing our hair, getting praised for having our natural hair, get picked on for having thick lips, but yet their women get collagen in their lips, right? So they get collagen in their lips. So it's cool for them to do it, but it's bad for us to do it. So what's natural to us to do, it's bad for us to rap. It's bad for us to, and I'm promoting twerking in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be done in its own place and time. But it's wrong for us to twerk. But it's cool when they do it. It's wrong for us to have natural hair, locks, afros, braids. It's cool when they do it. It's it's ugly for us to have dark melanated skin, but it's a tan, and it's cool when they do it, right? Full figure, big behind, big booties. Oh, but it's okay for them. But then you got black women not getting BBLs anyway. But I'm gonna leave that. So, hey, but for years they shamed, black women for having natural curves, and roundness. And, oh yeah, that's bad. That's that's fat. That's ugly. That's disturbing. Oh my goodness. And then it's like, Kim, fast forward, Kim Kardashian. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, look at those, Angelina Jolie. Look at those lips. Uh, you know, Kim Kardashian. Look at the lips. Look at the tanning skin. Look at the buttocks. Oh, it's beautiful. The curves is beautiful. BBLs is beautiful. The curves. The dreads, the dreadlocks, or the locks. Oh, they ugly, messy. Put them on a non-so-called black person. They're beautiful. It's okay. Don't get mad. They're just celebrating, you know, being different in other cultures. Just they're not appropriating culture. So yeah, but anyway, these like I say, these are time to be awake, man. Time to be awoken, to be woke, and to be alive. And they don't want that. They don't want that. Yeah. So like with that, yeah, and also with that, Ghana just recently, the Ghana in Africa, country in Africa, recently passed a law that or just recently passed a law that that criminalizes identifying as LGBTQ. So they doing this, still keeping up the old paradigm, the old recent paradigm, the recently old paradigm of the slave masters, okay, the colonizers. Because I just saw a video in Ethiopia where you had Asians, I think it was Chinese, at a shoe factory. I think they even owning the shoe factory. But they around there telling Ethiopians, discipline. They need to be disciplined. We disciplined right here in modern day Ethiopia. Say, man, what's going on? So y'all in the Chinese knock y'all little side of the head. Ethiopia tell y'all what to do. Tell y'all need discipline. The country that never been colonized in Africa, the only country, I think I saw, the Liberia, never been colonized, who fought twice to be independent. Today, y'all let the Chinese, Lord, y'all let them tell y'all what to do. And there's other parts of Africa too. So you had ones, I was on your Twitter when I saw that video. You had ones who was African who was like, I don't know what's going on with our country. Why this our people allowing this to happen? Woo woo. And somebody mentioned it. It's because of what? Self-hate, ignorance, etc., etc., etc. And same thing when it comes to I add, it's same thing when it comes to how y'all treat LGBTQ people. But see, they don't get it. If y'all free LGBTQ people in Africa, y'all would be free mentally and spiritually from your oppressors. But they can't get that. They never read certain books. They don't want to read certain books that explain that. So when you keep the people who have the keys to the spiritual realm because of their dual nature, they have a different outlook than the average person and closer to the divine. So when you suppress the people with the keys, what do you expect? Because it's un-African. But you got people from another, about to recolonize your ass or colonize you. But that's, military, that's not a problem. Owning stuff who are not even African, who are not even Ethiopian, who are not even South African, who are not just coming on in, setting up their empires right up under your nose, But an LGBTQ plus person from that country, born and raised in that country, they can't be up under your nose. So we gotta imprison them. We gotta kill them. I mean, I seen videos where Chinese employers was beating y'all with sticks. I mean, all kind of stuff, and some of y'all fought back, but a lot of y'all didn't. But like I said, if that would have been another black gay person in certain, not because not all countries in Africa are anti-LGBTQ. I did videos on that as well. There are countries that accept who haven't uh, eaten the stuff that the colonizers gave them to keep chewing on to this day, even after they left the house. But anyway, okay, still chewing. They ain't never came for that. Well, y'all try to let the Chinese come back anyway. But they ain't been back on the wild and still chewing on them. Okay, chewing on the bone. So, but yeah, that was a gay person, a black gay person. Y'all would have no problem just for being gay, just for being attracted or identifying as not liking what you like. Man, we got to get them up out the land. We got to get them up out the country. I said, well, what the heck, why am I finding videos of, we're finding videos of people from other countries in Africa beating you upside your head, telling you what to do, owning the factories and lands in Africa, but the gay can't stay. The countries that say, hey, we don't like gays. Hey, Chinese, come on over here, tell us what to do. Come over here and take up our lands. Jamaica too. Oh yeah, they say had y'all eating plastic rice in Jamaica. Come on, setting up shop, economic warfare in your country. But the black trans or gay person who do business with other black straight and trans people in that country who have a mother from that country who probably has served in the military or who wouldn't mind serving in the military of that country, they can't stay because they're gay, because they're trans, because they're whatever. They can't, no, we can't deal with that, but we can deal with somehow you still have black people bleaching their skin in parts of Africa. I don't recall there being a law. Maybe there is. Maybe somebody I don't know. I have to look it up, man. My battery getting low on both of these things. Is there a law against bleaching cream in Africa? Oh yeah, I'm gonna start. Is there a law against uh against yeah, skin bleaching? So we gonna get to the bottom because y'all bleaching. Okay, y'all bear with. Okay, here we go. Bam. Okay, South Africa became the first country to restrict the sale of skin lightening creams containing harmful ingredients, and it was recently joined. It was recently joined by Rwanda, Cote, Cote d'Ivoire, Cote d'Ivoire, Tanzania, Kenya, Ghana. Despite these restrictions, people are often able to obtain products from street vendors and cosmetic shops. So, okay, so in South Africa, that's a rainbow nation. South Africa, you have a lot of LGBT people there, such as but they became the first though. They were the first to do it, and that's where you'll find a lot of, LGBT people in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's more, and I shared the video with Julius Malema saying what he's saying though, pro LGBT as well in South Africa, right? Okay, But Ghana did restrict it, but did they make it in a sense illegal if you get caught doing it? Because hell, they make it illegal to identify as, and I haven't looked at the penalty, but I know uh, Uganda got penalties and severe penalties if somebody identify. I don't think Uganda got any restrictions even on bleaching cream, which I definitely ain't not surprised. He ain't got no restrictions, right? But those only like about a few, okay. But yeah, but it doesn't seem to be any like harsh bills. Hey, if you get caught bleaching your skin, right, your beautiful melanated black skin, dark skin, we're going to put you in jail. And whoever sold you the cream, we're gonna put them in jail too. I don't hear no bills about that. But we got to try to keep Africa, black and strong. We got to keep it, African and strong. What about the banning of straightening your hair? And because not everybody in Africa has, credit hair, because Africa is very diverse. But I'm just saying, in certain countries or certain, things like that, you know, where is the harsh penalties? Being flogged, being whatever, being in prison for 5, 10 years for bleaching your skin. Hell, that might make it worse because you're inside all the goddamn time. I guess why. But hell, you got to stand out in the goddamn sun. I don't know, something. We got to, hell, some kind of, we just stand in the sun. We have a flame thrower on. I don't know, something that is harsh to say. Dang, like y'all doing all that because some bleach, for some people want to bleach their skin. But it makes sense if you're trying to keep Africa, strong and melanated and powerful and all that y'all claim. Reason why y'all are cool with banning LGBT, because we trying to keep it very African. That's on Africa. We trying to keep our nation strong and have a lot of people, and you can't procreate unless this, that, other. And then you mentioned about animals. They don't like that too. How it's trans animals. There's gay animals. Clownfish, Asian sheephead, wrasse, and such and such. And they get deflected, whatever. So you got ones who change sex to procreate because it's not enough. Same thing in human nature. But we're everybody will have their own mate. Everybody will be able to do it. And whenever there's a will, there's a way. Even with human beings being able to give birth as well. Okay? Because if you told people, probably hell, even 15 years ago, man, Terminator was just a movie. Look at AI. I just mentioned AI early. AI when it comes to Gemini, Google, and all that. Look where we at now with AI. But if you would have told people in the 90s, you know, which that's when Skynet in the movie Terminator came on, in I think 97, right? But it was just when I grew up, it was just a movie, man. Like, it was just a movie. Even Matrix was a movie. Look where we're at right now. Now they got the Apple Vision Pro. I'm telling you. I mean, look where we at with all this technology, man. And then they're using AI in order to deliver babies too. I mean, just something you would have, man. That's just a movie, man. Look where we at. So when it comes to, how could people who are the same sex or the same gender, that's impossible. Man, look what. Okay, anyway, but so yeah. Okay, so they don't want ones to be a woke, so you can think outside of the freaking box. They want you boxed in, man. Okay, you can't think for your freaking self. All right. So they do got okay, Nigeria thinks that all bleaching cream are prohibited for import without approval from the DCL. Okay, well, this okay. Enforcing the bans can work with those breaching the ban face hefty fines and up to 2 years. Okay, so you do. I think in Rwanda, Rwanda, you do get some fines and up to 2 years. Okay, enforcing bans of problems with those breaching the ban. Okay, so the dealers have been arrested. Okay, subject to 2 years in prison, maximum fine of 5 million Rwanda francs. That's 5,000 US. Many dealers have been arrested uh, to date. Because of still penalties attached to getting caught, smokers refuse to sell them to just anyone. She said, okay, that don't seem stiff to me. I mean, 2 years. I mean, the laws they be having against LGBT uh be like it be damn about what 5, 15 years, or it'd be crazy. Like uh let me see Rwanda. Yeah, this gonna be a pretty long live, y'all. Y'all be like, a matter of fact, yeah, I need to kind of yeah, okay, I still got time. So okay, okay, I'm trying to see. Okay. Uh so I'm able to get right now. Okay, the Department of One debated whether to make homosexuality a criminal offense, where the punishment of 5 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years imprisonment. This legislation was similar to the controversial anti-homosexuality bill in the neighboring country of Uganda. Justice Minister Tarsis Karuga, hold on, Karuga Rama, however, condemned the refuted reports that the government intended to criminalize homosexual acts, saying that the sexual orientation is a private matter, not a state business. But that was in 2009. I don't know what it. Nah, so the same sex sexual activity is legal. Activity is legal. Same sex sexual activity is legal in Rwanda. The 80% is 18 regardless of sexual orientation. Um, okay, Rwanda does not recognize same-sex marriages. Civil unions are similar unions. Most gay people who have in these states they are not open about sexuality for fear of being rejected. Only man was recognized. Okay, well, I probably make another video on this, but I was trying to see what was going to be the penalty. But they was talk about at least giving people, uh, 5 to 10 years at one point. But hell, if you get bleaching cream, oh, maybe 2 years. You know. So anyway, I was trying to sell bleaching cream. I don't know what happens if you use it. That's the main thing. You selling one thing, but using is another. You know. But it don't. Anyway, so yeah. So look where we at now. Look where we at now. And no matter what they do, people still are waking up. As many people they can find who have detransitioned, as many people who have transitioned. Like I say, it's gonna be the year of detransition and transition and retransition. Okay, this is gonna be the year of that. You're gonna be like, but I just saw, but then it's a whole bunch of new. But then when you just say you just detransition, and then it's a leap year too. So number 8 to 2024 leap year. Okay, a whole lot of signs and symbols about the new sun, all that. It's that year, baby. It's that year coming to the year of 2026. Now that's gonna definitely be, all right. But yeah, yeah, and we see what's going on right now. So it's gonna be the year of Oh, we got these bills out here to try to hinder LGBT, try to end wokeness. Then you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, we can't even find y'all people who want to end wokeness. We can't find y'all. Y'all don't exist to us. Well, y'all don't exist to us. Y'all don't exist to us. So we can't find. We can't pick you. We can't pick y'all up in the system. Shoot, man. But God dang it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's just something that they try to do. They know time is short. So they don't try to change time laws or revert back to the old like great having great wrath. You know, time is short. So as the Bible says, Isaiah 52:1, awake, awake, put on the strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there should no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So the Bible has at least 32 verses with the term awake, right? So what's wrong, especially if you believe in the Bible, what's wrong with woke culture? What's wrong with wokeness? What's wrong with being awake? What's wrong with being woke? What's wrong? Like I said, you got fake wokeness and you got true wokeness or woke, being woke, right? So why is just woke a bad thing? Why they can't say or the left woke? Why they can't say the right woke? Why they can't say the dark woke, the fake woke? Or why it just gotta be woke? It's bad. Because y'all know the true awakened ones are the ones that y'all know are truly awakened are the ones that y'all don't really want to be awakened. Okay? Psalm 35:23, stir up thyself and awake to thy judgment, even to my cause, my God and my Lord. Uh, so get that enough. But yeah, so what's wrong with being woke? This part is one. It's not pulling. There's one. Come on, man. Come on. So yeah, but so yeah, that's kind of I'm gonna try to edit. If I could find this last one, get, there we go. Corinthians 15:34. Wake up righteously and do not sin, for some have no knowledge of God. I say this to your shame. So the Bible tells you to be woke. Oh, I'm just not seeing the comments. Hey, how you doing? Uh, not Nelly, if I'm saying your name right. Hey, shalom. So as I said before, there's different kind of wokeness. So God wants you to be awakened. So 1 Corinthians 15:34, wake up righteously. Wake up righteously and do not sin. For some have no knowledge of God, and I say this to your shame. Because I said too, even a pastor could be considered woke. Even a okay, like my okay, Nali, okay, Nali. All right, okay, yeah, all right, I'm yeah, got okay. So I got your name. Okay, so Nali, Shalom. See, even that is a form of wokenness. You able to inform me about how to pronounce the name? Whatever. Like I say, wokeness is you have a certain amount of knowledge that the average person don't have about whatever it is, but usually a certain level of it pertaining to that particular subject matter or a plethora of subject matter. So that's all really woke means. So if these people have have taken the word to mean something bad and negative, or identifies this, or it has to be LGBTQ and black and all that, and there's something bad and wrong with it being akin to uh, LGBTQ and black or whatever, or primarily to the Democratic Party, like no, why they just can't say, like, say fake woke? Why they can't say pseudo woke? Why they can't say why it's got to be wokeness? But like I said, because they know the real awakened ones are the ones that you will find more into that particular leaning or whatever, okay, or as known to be catered, because they don't want that particular side to really come to the true knowledge of the true living God. And like I said, it just means that you have a certain amount of knowledge so that you are awakened. So wake up righteously and do not sin, for some have no knowledge of God. So when you awake, you have knowledge. You have usually more prior knowledge. More prudent knowledge than the public, the masses of people. So that's it. So if you want to know, hey, I don't understand legalese, you call a lawyer. I don't understand all these medical terms, you usually call a doctor. Even though they might be woke to a certain level, they still are woke nonetheless. So they still have more knowledge than the average person because they went to school for it, spend years and time in it, are able to comprehend it and break it down to layman's terms to those of us who are not able to, all right, receive it. So in its raw form. Okay, so that's all it means. There's nothing bad about it. Last time I checked, having knowledge, what's wrong with that, right? Okay, but if they don't want you to have the real true knowledge, then that's bad because you waking up to the realization, you recognize that their stuff is nothing but lies, and it starts to come down because what they say, merry life is but a dream. In your dream state, you keep their metaverse, you keep their dream, their Apple Vision Pro, you keep it alive. Once you take those things off, then it goes down, and you say, man, this is so much better than that. Then they start to lose their power. So they have to make you believe that this is real, or that Yeshua was a white man, or that being gay is bad, or this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Or don't look at the sun because you'll go blind. USA Today, just a couple of years ago, had an article saying, hey, yeah, people have been sun gazing for thousands of years, and it actually helps with your vision, actually helps with a lot of things in your body, okay? I have sun gazed a couple of times, grounding, going to a tree, grounding, barefoot or with socks on, dark socks on, helps to rejuvenate your body, the electrical current from the earth, and all that stuff like that. Breathing. Some people, you don't have to even eat as much when you sun gaze, so you feed off the sun. All that. So if you have dark pupils, it helps receive it even better, the sunlight. So you already have your shades. Oh, we're shades and this, that. So all this stuff that they have lied, they have told us. Now they're trying to ban books here in Florida and other places and stuff like that to keep people asleep. So you're woken up to, they don't need to go to these doctors for this, that, and the other. They can eat these herbs and they can go do this and they can look at the sun. Or they don't have to worry about doing this and doing that and going through all these different rituals to be awoken and to the true knowledge of the true living God. They can talk to that trans person right across from over there and get in because they're the real initiated ones and get information for them, especially they keep the law, statutes, commandments of Most High, or they're waking up to righteousness, all right? Or if they are awakened to righteousness, right? Wake up righteously, walking in righteously, that, okay, I'm getting, okay, life going better, get better. Yeah, I know, yeah. Okay, yes, I just got confirmation by said life gonna get better. That's right, yeah, baby. But anyway, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff happened. Okay, so that's true. But yeah, that's me getting the taste right there. Yeah, I just said this year it's a lot of crazy stuff because we got Build and Destroy, number 8, 2024, 8. All right, so we got Build and Destroy. We're gonna have the year detransitioning, transitioning, and retransitioning. Okay, so you're gonna have just as many people that's gonna fight against LGBT, gonna be for LGBT. Just many people you see, dang, they detransition. Oh, they transition out the blue, or they done retrans. It's gonna be like that, okay? So you're gonna go through that process until we get to that nine, to that end, to that to that birth, okay? So, but this is what you got to go through: build, destroy, this, that, other, root, the root. All right, but yeah. So with that, and I know I got to do something for the Sabbath come in, but with the pure light, here we go. If you were pure and upright, surely he would awaken for you and make the habitation of your righteousness prosperous. Job 86. If you were pure and upright, surely now he would awaken for you and make the habitation of your righteousness prosperous. So, and it's a mess right now. Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff. So if I mentioned earlier, like I said, UN, and shout out to all the ones and all the glad all those who wrote in the LGBTQ groups organizations that wrote the letter to the United Nations to show how they Greg Abbott in Texas was violating human rights and LGBT rights and how got to respect federal law, etc., etc. I was like, yeah, I hope they do something right here in Florida because I said that DeSantis did even more laws than I think he got 7 in Texas. I think he did probably about 20 something here. I think it was like 7 he did last year and 11 this year, and one's even dealing with ID. But anyway, like I say, it's with that going on, with the loop going on, the two circles, 8, it's going to be like that. And it's going to seem like infinity, like, dang, when is it going to stop? Because 8 deals with infinity too, right? It's going to stop, but that boom, we get 9. And here we got this birth coming in. So, but gender, Aquarius deals with gender. That's why, we got to deal with this whole gender identity thing. We can't have that. Why we can't have that? Because of what? Because that is going to bring people more to a God-like state. All right. And the closer we get to a God-like and loving, caring state, we can't, we cannot be in this world where everything costs money. Everything is a price to it. There's really nothing free. In the beginning, in the garden, before the atom was split, before we got Eve, we had just the man and the woman together as one. And that's when the man and woman come together for the unification there. So, with that being said, and that we didn't have to really work for anything. Everything was given to you. Knowledge, everything you had was there. Now it's knowledge of true knowledge of good and evil, but everything was there. And you didn't really need for nothing, but you wanted more than what you really needed. And men still suffer from this today. This is why we have a lot of issues that we have, because people want what they can't have or want what they really don't need. And we're seeing now with the gluttony and with the consumerism in this country and around the world, but primarily in America, has brought things down. People, I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I'm just get this money. I don't care about that. I'm gonna go ahead and knock you upside the head and get this new TV. I don't need though. I'm gonna get it, and that really has damned man for centuries. Okay, so in the garden, you had everything, and you didn't have to eat from either or. You didn't have to really eat. You know what I'm saying? But he said, if this you can eat, but that you should not surely eat. So you didn't need or want for anything. There was no rain. There was no pain. It was paradise. It was perfect. And there was what? Oneness. As Yeshua said, what? You should be one with the Father as me and my Father is one. You should be one as me and my Father one. So I want with the Father. You should be one. So speaking disciples. So the oneness, or in Ethiopia, the Tawahadu faith. That's the real Ethiopian church of Ethiopia is to Tawahadu faith. They say Coptic, whatever, but it's really the Tawahadu faith, the oneness, right? So, which they associate with Gnostic and all, but that was anyway. So I think that's about where I want to kind of get at the end of that. And I know it's one in Corinthians as well, but I got some stuff I got to do, y'all. I have to end this. I want to go all night, but I got to get this thing out the way. And I might do a live later on, kind of continue with this, or Well, anyway, this is James B. Before if you got any questions, I'm gonna at least give about another 2 minutes. Yeah, no, about another 5 minutes to answer questions about anything that you see kind of pertaining to what's been going on with LGBTQ people, the Bible, uh, et cetera, where you think things may be headed, or might inform me on something that I didn't know. Because I did mention Ghana, but they, bill, anti-LGBT bill. I did mention AI, uh, but Gemini, AI, Gemini, just how Gemini, and we got eight, how that goes together. The two twins, the two circles, the two twins, Jacob and Esau. Went into that. Also, yeah, United Nations and Greg Abbott. And I did have a short a while ago about how God was going to, send storms here in Florida, and I definitely witnessed that storm. Definitely, and others too. We had some crazy storm because of what the laws against guys LGBT, God, against guys units, LGBTQ people. That's gonna be something like you ain't never seen. And so, yeah. But I wasn't harmed. We wasn't hurt. Thank God. So they the most high, yeah. But it was, yeah, like I said. There's other people who would, yeah, who didn't. There's one I can't remember the kind of storm it's called, but if nobody got a question or whatever, I'm gonna guess I can just got anything to put in or mention whatever. I'm gonna just close it out and say thank y'all for ones tuning in. Like I said, when two or three gather in my name, there I am also. There I am. So I want to say shalom and peace. Thank you. This is James P. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like what you see, share to others, and continue to walk in righteousness and get closer to y'all, and maybe y'all continue to walk right. Yeah. You can share it. Yeah, I have no problems. Other people do it. Yeah, you can definitely share it, put out there. The much people as you can, because like I said, we at this time. This needs to be put this, especially these lives. What I'm doing right here needs to be put out. Okay. All right. So thank you for doing that, and leave it at that, and be good. Shabbat shalom, and thanks, Pete. I'm out.